Chapter 2. Adaptations in Animals. Neha wishes to see her favorite animal in her city. She asks her father about the same. Papa, I wish to see a polar bear. My dear, polar bear is not found in our city, Delhi. How can I see it? We may have to travel to countries like Canada or Russia. Is it because India is not as cold as these countries? Yes. Different animals live in different places across the world. Habitat and adaptation. An area or a place where a particular organism naturally lives, feeds and reproduces is called its habitat. A habitat provides the animal with food, water, air and shelter. Different animals live in different habitats. Animals living in a particular habitat adapt themselves to their surroundings. Forests, deserts, mountains, polar regions, oceans and freshwater are main types of habitats. Forests. A forest is a large area with a wide variety of plants, trees and bushes growing close together. It is home to a large variety of animals. Ants, bugs, beetles and butterflies are some insects which are mostly found on the floor of forest. Lions, bears and tigers live in caves. Birds, squirrels, snakes, monkeys and lizards mostly live in trees. Rabbits, mongoose and moles live inside burrows. Deserts. A desert is a hot and dry area that receives scanty rainfall. It is often very hot during the day and cold at night. Animals such as desert rats, lizards, camels and snakes live in deserts. Mountains and polar regions. High mountains and polar regions are mostly covered with snow. Strong and chilly winds blow constantly throughout the year. Animals, such as yaks and mountain goats generally live high on mountains and polar bears live in polar regions. Oceans. Oceans and seas are large saltwater, marine habitats. A wide variety of animals such as octopuses, jellyfish, whales, sharks, crabs and seals live in it. Freshwater. Rivers, lakes and ponds are freshwater habitats. Apart from different varieties of fish, animals, such as hippopotamus and alligators are also found in freshwater habitats. Adaptations. The special changes that an animal develops which suit it to live in its habitat is called adaptation. Animals have adaptations suited to the habitat they live in. These adaptations can be in their organs, body coverings, eating habits or movements. Breathing methods. Living things, including human beings, need to breathe in order to stay alive. Animals breathe in air rich in oxygen and breathe out air containing carbon dioxide. Lungs, gills, spiracles or skin are the different organs of breathing in animals. Animals that breathe through lungs. Reptiles, birds and mammals breathe through a pair of lungs. Lungs are protected by the ribcage. Beneath the lungs lies a dome-shaped muscle called diaphragm. All three, that is ribcage, lungs and diaphragm work together in breathing. When air is breathed in, it enters the body through the nostrils and passes through the windpipe to reach the lungs. The lungs are richly supplied with blood vessels. In lungs, exchange of gases occurs between the blood and the air. Oxygen is absorbed into the blood while carbon dioxide is given off in the air. Carbon dioxide passes out the body through nostrils. Even though whales and dolphins are aquatic animals, they cannot breathe underwater. They have lungs rather than gills. This is because they are mammals. They need to get oxygen from the air, for which they come up to the surface of water to breathe. They breathe air through blowholes. Animals that breathe through gills. Fish, tadpoles and other aquatic animals breathe through gills. These comb-like structures are located on either side of the mouth. They are richly supplied with blood vessels and have a large surface area. Fish sucks water into its mouth and pushes it out through the gills. As water passes over the thin walls on the gills, oxygen is absorbed into the blood while carbon dioxide is given off in water. The blood carries oxygen to the cells. Animals that breathe through moist skin. Earthworms and amphibians have skin which is so thin that gases can easily pass through it. Amphibians breathe through their lungs when they are on land, and through skin when they are in water. In these animals, a circulating fluid, blood, transports gases between cells and the skin. It carries oxygen to the cells and carbon dioxide to the skin. Body coverings. Animals have different outer coverings on their body. Animals use their body coverings to keep their body warm and protect themselves from their predators. Scales, body of fish and reptiles, for example, snake, crocodile and lizard, is covered with a layer of hard and overlapping structures called scales. Scales do not let water enter the body and protect the skin underneath. Fish have wet and slimy scales whereas reptiles have dry scales. Shell. Shell is a hard covering which protects the soft body of animals like snail, turtle, tortoise, crab, oyster and armadillo. On sensing danger, these animals withdraw their body into the shell. Feathers. Birds possess a covering of feathers on their body. Feathers help birds in keeping their body warm and in flying. Fur. A dense, soft covering of hair is called fur or wool. Mammals are the only animals that possess hair. Fur protects animals, like Arctic fox and polar bear, against snow and cold. Fur traps air inside it, which acts as a heat insulator. Some mammals, however, do not need the protection of a furry coat. For example, elephant, rhinoceros, hippopotamus, whale and dolphin. Spines. Spines are needle-like, sharp outgrowths from the body that act as an armor to protect the animals from their enemies. Spiny anteater, hedgehog and porcupine have spines. Movement in animals. Animals move from one place to another in search of food and water, to protect themselves from enemies and to look for shelter. Land animals. Most land animals have 4 limbs. The two in the front are called forelimbs while the two at the back are called hindlimbs. Limbs help animals move on land. Some animals like horses, cows and dogs use all the four limbs to move. Human beings use only the hind limbs or legs to walk, stand and run. Kangaroos and frogs hop about on their hind limbs. Reptiles. Some reptiles like crocodiles, lizards and tortoises have short limbs which help them crawl on the ground. Snakes do not have legs. They crawl with the help of scales present on the underside of their body and the strong muscles which help their body push forward. Aerial animals. Insects have 6 legs which help them move swiftly. Some insects like butterflies and houseflies have wings that help them fly. The forelimbs of birds are modified into wings, which help them fly. Birds use their hindlimbs to walk, hop, run or perch on trees. Aquatic birds like ducks have webbed feet that help them swim. Aquatic animals. Most of the aquatic animals have fins, webbed feet or paddle-like limbs for swimming. Fish swim with the help of their fins. Fish use 3 types of fins for movement. The paired fins help the fish move forward. The unpaired fins help the fish keep their balance, while the tail fin helps the fish change direction. Penguins have 2 flippers which help them swim while turtles swim with the help of 4 paddle-like limbs. Eating habits. Different animals have different food habits. Their teeth are modified to suit the food they eat. Based on the type of food they eat, animals can be grouped as herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Herbivores. Some animals eat only plants and plant products. They are called herbivores. Grass-eating animals such as cows, buffaloes, and goats have thick pad, called the dental pad, in the upper jaw and sharp incisors in the lower jaw. These help them to hold and pull out grass and leaves. They also have broad premolars and molars that help them to grind and chew the grass. Rodents, such as squirrels, rabbits, and rats have very sharp front teeth to gnaw nuts and seeds. Carnivores. Flesh-eating animals are called carnivores, e.g. lions, tigers and wolves. They attack the prey and tear flesh. They, therefore, have sharp canines to tear flesh and stronger jaws to crush flesh and bones. Flesh-eating birds, such as eagles, have very sharp and hooked beaks that can tear the flesh of small animals. Omnivores. Omnivores eat both plants as well as the flesh of other animals. Human beings and bears are omnivores. They, therefore, have well-developed canines for tearing flesh, as well as broad and flat molars for crushing vegetable matter. Animals that can migrate. The long-distance movement of animals to escape unfavorable conditions and to search for breeding grounds is called migration. They migrate from their original place due to cold weather conditions and scarcity of food. They travel thousands of kilometers in search of favorable conditions. Let us learn about some migratory animals. Arctic tern. It travels from its breeding ground in Arctic region to Antarctica and back again each year. The shortest distance between these north and south poles is 19,000 kilometers. By migrating, this seabird sees 2 summers each year. Recent studies have shown that on an average round-trip length of these birds is 71,000 kilometers. These birds make the longest migration of any animal in the world. Whales travel to cold water for feeding and they go to warmer water to reproduce. Humpback whale travels the longest migration of any mammal. It travels from Antarctica to subtropical coastal waters of Australia. It travels an average 8,000 kilometers from polar water to their tropical breeding grounds. Locusts form swarms, which can travel 5 to 130 kilometers or more in a day. While traveling, swarms destroy and eat away every crop fields that come in their way. Locusts are the most destructive migratory insects. Monarch butterflies migrate from Canada to Mexico in September or October and reach there in November. They start the return trip in March and arrive in July. None of butterfly makes the entire round trip. At least 5 generations make this annual migratory cycle. Salmon and eel fish usually migrate to reproduce. The migration is of 2 kinds. A. Fish migrate from sea up into freshwater to breed, for example, salmon. B. Fish migrate from freshwater down into the sea to breed, for example, eel. After hatching, parent fish die and the young fish migrate back to their parental abode, sea or river.